Later kids, Energy Ninja for Turtle Boy and SMT.
Yeah, I almost want to approach SMT later and ask them what that means. If it does mean Super Mini Turbo or if it's short for something else.
Yeah, maybe like an Atlas game or something.
Yeah, they're in the right place if it does mean Super Mini Turbo. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But here's the thing about this round. Is a lot of these players we know are capable now,
Yeah.
but this is a top 6 advanced round only.
Yep.
So a lot more is on the line right now. A lot more room for mistakes, and there will be just as many people this round that do not make the next one as those who advance.
I think from here on out, we're going to see a lot more intense item play. We're going to see more shocks. We're going to see more bills. We're going to see more stars. It's just going to get a little crazy from here. So we'll see how it goes.
So we are getting Cynthia's perspective. Now, to start things off, we didn't actually get to see if she made it earlier. She was on the last wave earlier, but off stream. We didn't get the results on Star GG immediately, so getting to see her did make it. Not too much of a surprise, but it's now confirmation. I see Jinja's using
the buzz tag. Let's go!
We were talking about those big blue cuts in the last round also. Jinja's been doing a few of them.
Yeah.
Early, we'll see them at the end again.
Yeah.
Happy is another one of those players that we kind of expected big things. Actually contested pretty well with Vertex for a while in the tournament yesterday.
Oh my gosh, that bomb took everyone out. Not able to, well, wasn't able to take out anybody of those
Somebody's building up in third. It's MRW.
Yeah?
Jinja's lead. Oh my god, he almost went right into the bill. MRW.
Good avoidance, though.
Somebody I wasn't expecting to just immediately see. We'll see if he knows the cut. Jinja does know the cut. This is an opportunity to take that lead back.
Earlier. Let's go!
Again,
Double defense and first is huge right now, too.
No item cut as well. Cynthia's got a barrage of items to avoid right now. But there's 2 shrooms and a firepower. Can they get Game of Star? Watch out!
That was scary.
Yeah, it was kind of a...
And honestly, Cynthia's so lucky that none of those rotating greens hit.
Yeah, I was saying...
They got way too close for comfort.
I was saying that that was very risky because Game of Star had the triple greens.
Yeah.
That could have been a disaster.
Yeah,
I mean...
Yeah, because the fire could only go forward or backward.
There was a window.
Swipe, it's over.
There was a window to throw those firepowers, and it was earlier than earlier. Interesting point of note. I believe that Cynthia is repping another MKC team. I recognize the tag. I believe they've been on primetime before. I want to say that they were Chico's K Yoran? I don't remember exactly what it was.
That was
I believe that it.
Team that,
I want to say
she was talking about. Yeah, she was talking about it last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. MKC, for those of you who are watching, for those of you who are watching at home, may not be familiar, Mario Kart Central is the home of competitive Mario Kart, and we have team play. So there are a lot of teams out there. We have some representation. As we can see, we got Buzz. We got, I don't know how to say that team for Cynthia, but it's pretty cool to see some of those players out here today.
Yeah. And again, team play is typically your mainstay of the competitive community. Obviously, it's a little bit more typical to do it in a setting like this, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, if you enjoy playing with some of these people, just want to let you know that a lot of people at this level and even a little bit below are involved in teams, and you can be too if you're interested.
Yeah.
But I joined USMK if you're going to want to ask about that. There's a bomb already that was thrown forward. What is going on? Let's talk about Vancouver.
These are such tight, these quarters are so tight right now. You could really cause a lot of chaos, especially with bombs, fire, boomerangs.
Jinja's doing something really smart, making it very convoluted for Cynthia to actually land any hit.
Yeah.
Ended up having to yield though. Happy shrooms into first, had defense after the shroom for the cut. I think already I can feel a little bit more competition. It is starting to get.
These top spots are just rotating out. I think they know what they're doing on this track.
We're seeing some mini turbos.
Oh my gosh, it was great avoidance from Ginja on that bomb there that Happy dropped.
Yeah.
Did hit Cynthia though.
Happy's a player that I didn't really know much about going into this weekend at all.
Me either.
So, interesting to see them kind of, make a name for themselves, if you will.
Yeah. It was really good for Ginja to chain that item box. See if they're going to chain up here. Yeah,
Okay,
there we go. 10
Blue
points
is out.
here.
Happy noticed very early. Drops out in time. That is going for Jinja. And Happy's going to overtake it again.
Oh,
That is.
no, then throw the red
I'm calling it
immediately.
out. That was an emotional red. That was definitely an emotional red.
I love the emotional red. We see
Yes.
Happy cranking out some snaking here on the straightaway. That's honestly the best way to keep your speed up.
Jinja shrooming up. There might be an opportunity to try to hit Happy out. Don't have to worry about Cynthia, who is nearby. Jinja just choosing to back all of it, though.
Honestly, I wouldn't too, just because of the turn right there.
Yeah, create some space between the top two, and maybe then you can get something to go offensive here at the end. But we'll see what Jinja does. Might just play it safe.
Honestly, I think this is pretty secure. Number one for Happy.
He's
Ginger in
looking good.
second. Cynthia in third.
Gamstar.
Oh my gosh, I was getting so far away from that star. My goodness. That was terrifying.
Anyway, it'll be Jinja with a pretty big lead. Happy with a much-needed first place after a tough start. I think that's the power of getting first place in the player rooms. It is 3 more points than second. That's a big deal.
Oh, thank you so much. Much appreciated.
I think we'll have it.
Is this the 6 races?
Yes, 6 races.
Okay, we're doing 6 races for quarterfinals. I assume semis will be 8, and then finals will be 12.
I'll double check with Danny, but that sounds correct.
That sounds about right. That's traditionally how things go.
I don't know. Is there like any tradition when it comes to big land tournaments? I feel like
We're
everything is
building
kind
it.
of
We're
shattering the
making it.
mold.
That's what I've seen quite a bit.
You didn't pop up for Vancouver, by the way.
I love Vancouver. The music is great. It's top 10.
You
music.
immediately popped off when you saw Sky High Sunday. I think
I
it's just,
did.
I mean, it's just because you want to annoy.
I was just really excited.
TikTok clock
I do
looks to
wanna
be the
annoy
pick.
you. Yeah, but no, love the track. It's beautiful. It plays really well.
Let's talk about the TS
music is
track,
great.
TikTok clock.
I don't want to talk about this one. This one's boring.
Well, it's the one that's. How's this one boring? This one's cool.
I'm not a
SM64 inspired clock theme. Like, how's this not cool? We got rotating gears and stuff. It's like one of the most innovative courses in my mind.
I'm just all for
Good
the pretty
trim up
and
from
cute
Ginger.
tracks, so that's what I'm after.
You don't like anything mechanical, I understand.
Yeah.
I bet you like Music Park because of the notes.
It's
Smiling
pretty.
notes. Yeah.
It's very pretty. We have Gamma Star in 4th.
Definitely need a little bit of a comeback after the last race.
I agree.
I think they got 4th or maybe even 5th on the first race, which isn't great, but not terrible.
Yeah. They do have their coins up, which is going to help them quite a bit. Able to trail Ginja back there.
Happy might be a sleeper threat for this tournament.
That's what I'm saying. I did become a biased caster. I put some my channel points on Happy.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this plays out. But I mean,
Whoa,
they're
the bats!
They're
We got
so
bats!
smart with their item chaining too. Like they're chaining boxes, trying to get a horn or something to dodge this blue shell.
There is
Unable
nothing.
to though.
Again, one thing that's
Waiting
not.
for the boxes, which again is really smart. See if they can catch some defense.
I do want to say that one thing that is very common with
Over.
I guess,
We're still in the venue. Over.
newer
Come
players
to
and all that kind of stuff is
Over.
this: they get into first and they don't want to use anything because they want to feel safe.
Huge
But
mistake.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. It's situational, but you lose out on opportunities to create space for yourself if you aren't going for these backs. Like, Happy just got back into first, and a large part of it might have been just keeping Cynthia at bay lap 2 of that back green, and the back bomb at
And the
that.
back-
But they're going to have to watch out now, because Jinja has a red on the way for them, and they might have used their only defense.
Yeah,
and
they
they only
did.
got...
And then we got a suck coin.
and guess what?
You better pray.
Guess
Oh,
what?
and then there's the blue. It's
Going on the oh, no!
getting hit. It doesn't matter. They would have been hit anyway. This is
Going
so.
off also.
This is so sad for Happy, honestly.
Oh, another green's coming
They
in!
did
No, Luigi
everything
passes.
right.
I don't agree. I do not agree.
It feels like they did everything right just to be punished.
Definitely do not agree on that one.
Is this person's name Energy Pilk?
Yeah.
I'm here for the Pilk, honestly.
So, Happy's got to watch out. Like, they are clearly a player capable of great things, but they are in 5th or 6th right now. I think it might be a tie for 5th. Barely above 6th, and there are only 3 races left in this round. So
Has it really gone by that fast?
you can't be affording to take giant risks like this.
Oh no.
You know, backing that bomb got them in a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, it was a good hit, but I mean, you do have to hold on in defense in
Because
some of those situations.
Jinja passed. Jinja had a red, immediately passed. It's like, oh, they likely don't have anything in first hit. I'm going to throw this. It hits Happy. The rest is history after the blue.
You were talking about creating space, which they did, but they didn't have a backup plan.
Well,
And
there's
that's
no.
where-
The problem is, it's just like, you got rid of one person and somebody else just immediately replaced them after they pulled a double box. Every situation is created differently.
Second or third place getting a red shell is pretty common, so
Yeah.
gotta be careful of that whenever you're in first
I mean, the
place.
thing is, like, I believe Cynthia was higher up, like, on lap 2. Like, they were kind of alone in a sense,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. And that kind of warranted more of, like, you know, a back going into the double box, right? But hey, bombs are tempting to use, so.
I do think Gamma Star is going to have an advantage here beating Rosalina because her traction is up quite a bit on a track like this, where it's a little slippery.
I think that's the opposite. I think it's a disadvantage because
Really?
well,
What are you talking about?
everybody's using Yoshi like on the screen right now.
I think
Yoshi's got more.
Yoshi has more traction than Rosalina.
You're thinking about the Waluigi movement.
I was thinking of the good old days.
I mean, I don't know that for certain, but like, it would make more sense to me if she. I'm pretty sure Yoshi has more.
Oh, interesting.
That
Okay,
go-
I didn't know that.
Cynthia's gonna have to watch out. He's very clearly a red behind. I think they just got green immediately though.
Sophia just got hit.
When there's a plan, also Happy is choosing to go the bagging route right now. Happy is a wild card. Like they don't care how it gets done. They are going to make their mark on the race.
Yeah.
And I think that we might be holding this for a little if I know this type of player.
Do you think? I think there's enough space. Like if you look at the mini map,
Bill's coming out.
first is pretty far ahead. It should
Yes.
come and play here.
Yeah, guess what? Chain is on time. That
There
is
it
out
goes.
immediately.
That was beautiful. We're gonna see Ginja get hit by this blue shell.
Now we know that they were very much a player that kind of like to experiment with blue canceling. That does not seem to be a safe proposition right now because they need that banana. That 10 points is big.
Yeah, that's
Forcing
making a huge difference.
them wide. It is Matt Niff up in first right now. Repping the
Holding-
Prancer with the red
No
shell.
way! I love that so much for
Happy
him.
looks like they're in a very good position, but
There's
that shock's
the shock.
that shock's deadly for Happy.
Yeah.
His triple greens with the shroom in pocket was very good right there. And there's not going to be a lot of space to do a ton right here. I think Genja's perspective might be very interesting here. And we're about to see why that boomerang is
Oh
coming
my
out.
gosh!
Lands the hit on
Happy.
Happy. Goes
Happy
back
for a
also.
Second hit. Oh no! I think
it's
it
fine.
landed too.
Yeah.
Getting third place is good for Happy right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's not terrible because they had enough space up front. Glider panel, top 3 still secure.
Wow.
Looks like that is kind of the race that Happy needed to get back right into
Oh
this.
yeah. There's a tie for fourth right now with Cynthia and Gamma Star.
MRW, Hot Star, I believe, dodged on race 1, had a very good result there. Now on the outside looking in 7th place with 2 to go. SMT holding it on in 6th, and I think Later Kids is in 8th, not really far behind either. So still a lot of room for these people on the cusp. But there are 2 races to go this round, so
I'm really sad to see Energy Pill in like 9th place right now, just because the name just cracks me.
what about Paul the Luigi?
But Energy Pill,
Yeah.
that implies caffeinated milk and Pepsi. What do you think about that?
Whatever.
Would you drink it?
No, I would drink water. Healthy. Oh, is this a... No, we played Vancouver earlier. Another Wave 5 track coming in, though.
Yeah.
This is Brad's personal favorite.
I was
Vancouver
very
Kid.
not thrilled to see this come back, but it is a fan favorite, so
Yeah,
here it is.
Because it's in Mario Kart Wii, let's just call it how it
Yeah.
is.
Very true.
Sophie's got a nice shroom right now, but Happy throwing that red in first poses an obstacle. We'll see how it works, though.
Now after they get their points up, which is good, we're gonna see if they're gonna nail a hit on Cynthia here with this red.
I'm pretty pumped
They
to actually
are.
see players holding red shells, not impulsively immediately matching them, because Happy guaranteed a green shell in first
Yeah,
by just waiting.
yeah.
There's always the risk that, Cynthia would pull defense, but there's also, risk of a blue shell, risk of, Happy still getting another red. So, I mean, it's a smart play. clearly worked out here. They have a decent amount of distance. They aren't winning this round, but they are showing flashes, in my opinion, that could indicate that they could be a serious threat late in the tournament.
There is a blue shell coming in play.
That's so
Looks like
important
it's
to get the
going
box
for.
first in via.
That's going to be coming for
First with
Happy here. Waiting for the. That's actually so
Throwing it ahead,
smart.
maybe? No?
No,
Okay.
they're going to trail.
I thought they were going to go for the box right there, but
I think that boost panel just pausing kind of right in front of it was huge for them.
going for items on the half pipe is underrated, by the way. I know it feels slow.
Nobody
but
ever goes for it.
It's kind of fast.
Really?
Much more than you would expect.
It just seems so far out of the way.
I'm curious to see if we're going to see like any truces right here, but because there's a potential blue on the way, or if Cynthia's just going to potentially try to shroom up.
Yeah, these top two have a huge breakaway right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm happy, like, I'm not like messing with this just because, blue shell. Speaking of which,
Oh my gosh, there's another one.
yeah, and also I think Cynthia used the shroom to shroom up. May have not noticed
no.
in the minute right there.
See
Get
if
some
they pull
distance, but
anything.
I mean, we'll see. Using that coin might have been a misplay. I'm not sure though.
I think this is big for Happy right now. Having double defense in
I mean, they're
first,
getting
and there's
top.
no-
They're getting
yeah.
top too. And it's like
There's-
it's back.
There's nothing that can happen
It
right
is
now
Gamma
to
Star in
get
third
Happy
before
out
it
of
started.
this.
Gamma Star, I don't know exactly how they've been doing, so they definitely probably need this third.
Playing
Game's just
kindly,
gonna shoot 'em up.
throwing the items up instead
Yeah.
of backing them on the line, which is a pretty common play.
I mean, there's not a lot of reason to be super violent at this point in the tournament.
I don't know. You see it quite a bit.
So I think our pack is really starting to separate right now. SMT with a 6-point lead with one left. Later Kids is currently in 7th. It's looking like the top 6 is going to be set unless something crazy happens, which is certainly possible, but on these courses it seems that there are a lot of front runners that are staying up there. And we saw that last race, so if you are a Later Kids, you definitely want a more chaotic track in my opinion.
There's only a 6-point difference between 6th and 7th
That's
right
kind of a
now.
lot.
You
I'm
think
not-
so?
that's kind of
What
a
if
lot.
they could get a good race? Then
It's doable.
they might be able to move
But
on.
this is also different than like your finals environment because I think that there so are clearly like favorites to win this room that will be most likely up front.
Yeah,
So it will be hard to gain 6 points on any course in my opinion.
we'll see. We will see.
That's why we play the game though instead of doing things on paper. So
Yeah,
we'll see what's being queued up. I'm trying to
we're
take
trying
a look,
to sneak
but
a peek
looks like they're
at the
still
lobby. Who do you have? Do you have your money on anyone right now? Not yet.
to win the tournament.
Yeah.
I'll go Vertex.
Ooh,
think you can do it.
yeah, we haven't seen them on stream yet.
It's kind of Vertex's home major, if you will. Lives up in northwestern Ohio, I want to say, and we're in northern Ohio right now, so.
Yeah, and Vertex
one
won
would mean a
the
lot.
Vertex won the Monkey Business tournament last night,
Yeah.
so we know that he has what it takes.
I think Vertex would be my pick. Don't think it's in the bag by any means, though.
Yeah.
Because sometimes being the best player in this game does not guarantee you anything, and there's certainly a lot of capable people here. Jinja, I think, is also definitely a threat. I would say that Happy is showing like some flashes of like a player that really likes to manipulate their surroundings a lot, which is, quite frankly, necessary to compete for tournament titles.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think from what I've seen, Vertex might be one of the stronger runners in here. Happy's situational awareness might be like on a different level, but we'll see.
And this is a bagging track, so we already see a lot of it happening right now.
I think Happy is not going to chain items. I think they're going to simply carry them up, shroom each lap at the big spot, and see where we can get this star.
Yeah. But a bagging track can get a little tricky. You never know where people are going to land, especially if a shop comes in play.
Simply taking the ultimate approach. Happy is
The
looking
pack is-
very sharp. I'm very impressed.
Surprisingly, the pack is pretty tight right now. Normally in situations like this, especially with a bagger,
Yeah.
you see people a little bit more sporadic, but
I've got a comment. Like, this is like yes, Ginja has a shroom up there, but like, Happy is like sitting perhaps in the best spot possible
I
right now.
completely agree.
Because
You can take the cut and then you have guaranteed protection for
like
any
Ginja
crazy-
has to take the cut up here.
Yeah.
But Happy has options after this cut, and they are now up into second right now. I would consider using the shroom here. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I think they will hold us a little bit. But
Just to
I mean,
guarantee
this will.
safety.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh! Superhuman reactions from Happy. Both
That
the
made me jump out of my chair.
that was like one frame of difference. What a win for Happy.
Oh my god.
Good stuff right there. Triggerfinger was on point right
Locked and loaded.
there. Was later
was
later kids
terrifying.
might have gotten a decent spot here, I want to say, which could be interesting. We will see
Oh, wow.
what happens. It is in fourth. Later kids did get a big gain, but it's not quite going to be enough. But a good showing. Still getting 25th right there. I mean, fourth is a good effort right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Blue-orange, competitive player, said I would have found a way to get last in that spot. So
Why? Like on purpose?
no, it's just like loving.